All right, doors are about to open. We have gone through our stash of vintage jewelry, and I have added some pieces throughout the booth, hopefully catching some attention, and maybe some of those baubles will sell. If not, they are taking up some wall space and allowing us to spread out a little bit. So there is that also. You can hear the music is just starting. The early bird doors are opening, and hopefully today will be a better day than yesterday. It wasn't a bad day yesterday. It just was not, what we hoped for. So we are spick and span and clean and ready. Everything is looking good. Like I said, we redid the booth yesterday. You probably saw that hopefully in today's video. And yeah, so this is one of my surprises of good sellers. I made these little photo clips, and we have some other photo holders around here, and they've actually been selling. I just made a bunch of the clips and didn't attach them to anything, and people are buying them for $1.50. It took me like 2 minutes to make. The wires, I buy it in bulk, so virtually nothing. If it's a not good day, we count on jewelry sustaining us. So that's where we are. Jewelry and greenery sustain us to try to sell the other items. And hopefully we will sell some furniture this weekend. We only have 3 pieces of furniture to sell. I'd like to sell one of them. I'd like to sell that beast just because it's heavy. But otherwise, I'm happy with how the booth looks, and hopefully it'll be a good day. Okay, market crowds are starting to trickle in, slowly but surely. And then you slumped right back down.
Slumped right back down. Oh, that's a very soft couch.
It is the end of day 2.
Day 2, Saturday, end of.
Yeah, and we came back to the room, took a nap, ate our dinner.
Crashed hard.
You did. You were snoring. Yeah. You were loud.
I was. I woke myself up many times and then fell back asleep to snoring.
And then finally when she woke up, I fell asleep a little bit.
Seems fair.
So it's probably about 8 o'clock now. We've had time to digest our food and our thoughts.
We've been doing all kinds of digestion.
Alright, Melissa's over here communing with somebody who loves the old books and the old brushes and all the pretties. And they're just sitting here talking books and what they do with them. That's craziness.
All right, here is Nature's Lot. They always do an amazing display. We see them at a lot of the events that we attend, and their booth is ginormous. I just mean ginormous. I've not even seen these. I believe these are new ads for their pieces. So they always have all these pieces that you can pick out, and then little additions, greenery or what have you. But I haven't seen them add the little birds and mushrooms and things before. Well, that's a pretty darn stinking cute little addition. Looks like maybe they buy these wholesale and then add on the little pots. It's adorable. Great idea. Really pretty wreaths. Actually, the prices seem extremely reasonable for the size of them. They smell really good. The music is a little loud in this area, so I have turned off the volume, but I did want you to be able to see the product because I think it's really fantastic. Oh, and then they even have their fall so that if you buy these and maybe you aren't coming back, you can load your seasonal. It is true that seasonal stuff will sell all year long. So we don't have enough space in our booth to manage having Halloween and Christmas, Thanksgiving and all of that, but they have a lot of booth space. I'm sure they did very well, but their rent is going to be steep. I do love all of these additions. That's so cute. Great for Easter or Christmas. I mean, how cute is this nativity? I love it. Great ideas. Ooh, I know this booth because I follow them on Instagram. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They were across from us the last time we did the show. Their booth looked a bit different because it was Christmas. But I know this booth because I follow them on Instagram. Mockingbird, Mockingjay.
Marketing gifts. Yep.
Mockingbird. I remember the mocking, the
The mocking, yeah. That's what everyone always remembers. You forget the
whether
rest
it's
of the
Jay or bird.
Yep.
But I know the mocking. Y'all are cool. I really liked the reel that you did where like it starts off with like the sheet metal through and then the welding and what we do. I just came up with my feed the other day. I really like that reel.
Well, thank you.
That was a good reel. Great to show the behind the scenes. Such cute stuff. Bigfoot. I think they were making Bigfoot in that reel, actually. But they make all these. They don't wholesale them. I mean, they're not buying them wholesale and selling them. These little guys maybe. But these, they all cut by hand. I'll leave a link in the description so you can go check out their processes. They're very cool. It looks like there's some empty spots. So I'm guessing they did pretty okay. These are my favorites though from fall. Their fall displays were just amazing. Amazing. Now that's a flamingo. I mean, that flamingo would be looking at my roof. That flamingo would be looking at the roof of my house. I only have a single story ranch. It'd be like Godzilla, you know, in the yard. I have seen their trailer open because I've seen this stuff in the trailer in the back as they've been setting up, but I haven't been in their booth. I'm not gonna lie, I do love the giant flamingo. This is the must be the vendor that bought the art from Julie, because here it is again, and I was told a vendor bought it. Matches their booth style perfectly. I like these canvases. They're pretty nice, pretty cool. Today was not better than yesterday. It was actually about exactly the same.
Crowds were good though.
I think they're basically the same.
No,
we would have a little bit of
crowded.
spurts.
Got a little raucous in some of the aisles. It got a little loud. I don't know.
Oh, it got raucous, but I don't
That was
think
probably
it was,
the bride's group.
I don't think there were a lot more people. I just think there were parts that were loud.
All right, we're hopping at the moment. Hoppity, hop, hop, hopping. And it is, I don't even know what time it is. Been here maybe an hour open. We're doing all right. Busy.
Just under 1,000 again. So we're actually probably at about 1,900 total if I had to look at it probably.
Spitball, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, because maybe $50 off on each day. So yeah, so not a red letter. There is zero chance now of making the goal.
Oh,
Even if we sold all the canvas and the 2 pieces of furniture we have for sale.
3 pieces of furniture for sale. We keep forgetting the small side table.
Oh yeah,
And
3
I'd be
pieces
willing
of
to
furniture.
sell the wedding table if anybody wanted it.
Even if we sold those, we're not hitting the goal.
Yeah.
So the good news is the things that we make the most profit on are what's been selling.
Yeah.
So if we have to look at it from a break-even standpoint, the COGS, cost of goods sold, are really low for us. And so break-even will be a lower number. I don't know that we'll break even, but if we don't break even, it's going to be close.
It's true. But, it's slow for everybody according to the people we've spoken with.
Yeah, it's about, I think it seems to be about 30% down from this market last year is what I'm hearing.
That's the scuttlebutt.
That's the scuttlebutt. So I'm really glad we only have 2 booths. Sue and I discussed on the way here, I asked her if, because when we first got here yesterday, when we were setting up before market, you were like, next year we're doing 3 booths.
Because of the little tiny spot that we have.
We do have a little tiny spot. but it's been plenty for this one.
She hasn't really needed my help in the booth.
I mean, I have, but
but
there's never been a line. There's never been more than 2 people in line.
Not like that first year we came here. It was crazy.
And we had like 10 people in line. And we were rapping and ringing like crazy. This time there's not been more than 2 people in line.
We have had a couple people stop by that actually saw the video yesterday.
Yes, we did. And thank you so much for stopping and saying hello.
Hey.
And that includes the vendors and that includes the customers. We had a couple of customers tell us, and one even made a comment on the video, yesterday's video, that she wouldn't even known this was here if she hadn't seen our video.
So yeah, it's good that we're getting the word out.
So we're happy to get the word out.
Music's been good this weekend?
Yeah, music's been great. And it is nice being near the stage for that reason. It's very loud.
It's louder than most spots, but
I
like having the live music.
Yeah, and when they do like Sweet Caroline, bah, 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 you know, we join in and they'll
He complimented us for singing along.
I did. He's like, thank you for the vendors who participated. Because when they're up there, they really want interaction from the group. And, you know, we've got nothing better to do because we're not ringing stuff up.
Yeah.
I think I rearranged things in the booth like 10 times today.
That's all she did today.
Like not big, huge sweeping
Just
changes.
Moving little things around, and it seemed like it was working. Every time she'd shuffle it up.
So we got a little noontime rush coming on here. Woo-hoo, look at us go, look at us go. Saturday is nice and busy. People are out enjoying the day. Come on now. All right, for those who are hungry, in Mobile, and you're shopping, we got some taco trucks out here today. Well, okay, they're not all tacos. We got a walking taco. We got hot dogs, and we got paninis. Come on out.
Now, I absolutely have been seeing people walking around with rugs, and I hadn't seen where they came from. So, apparently, here. They're very cute rugs. I cannot imagine hauling rugs and setting them up as a display. But their booth looks really nice. Looks like they have hand towels and some other decor as well. Very cute. Very different for market. That birdcage hasn't sold.
People look at it. It's a gorgeous birdcage.
We did sell maybe another 3 or 4 canvases today.
Canvases were better. Candles started taking off.
Yeah, the candles and the vintage vessels, those started taking off. Greenery and jewelry are still and have always been the things that make us the most money.
They carry us through.
They're the lifeblood of our booth.
The smalls that hold us up.
Mm-hmm. And I was trying to really pay attention today. I mean, I always try to pay attention, but today I was really trying to pay attention to what people had in their bags, if I could.
What's the hot item? What are people getting? What's everybody scooping up with? But people aren't scooping up.
Sue made the comment earlier that even people with buggies that brought buggies, the buggies aren't full for the most part. There's a couple people who had big buggies, but for the most part, they're not.
Yeah, they just had a few little bags here and there. It was funny seeing the one buggy that was supposed to carry the child. No room for the child. The poor mom had to carry the sleeping,
probably
year and a half, 2-year-old.
I was going to say
she was good size.
Yeah, I was going to say she's probably 3. It was a big size kid. The mom's carrying around.
Got that nice little buggy, but
yeah. And there was the one that had the twins and a buggy pulling too.
Yeah.
So that was a lot.
I think the people making out this weekend are the apple guy and the pork rinds guy.
Food. I've seen a lot of the shaker packets, like the little packets of additives or soups or whatever.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that. Is there actually a place like that there?
I've seen a lot of those go by, little packets. It's just behind us on the first aisle.
I haven't been down that first aisle yet. Something to do tomorrow.
It looks like, and I highlighted it today, the one with the birch, with the little things you put in the birch. Yeah. They look like they've done well. I haven't seen a lot going by, but their booth has looked like a lot has gone. Yeah. I have seen a lot of like the pussy willows and stuff going by.
I've seen that. I've seen a couple of their big wreaths go by, which is nice. And who's got the little onion blossom ones? Are they the ones that got the ones that look like little onion blossoms?
Unless it's paper dolls.
I don't think they're paper flowers, but I could be wrong.
She's got the onion blossoms.
I think no, they look more like greenery that we would sell.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
I don't know.
I saw a few lanterns go by. I can't believe those are still popular.
Yeah, the lanterns and the ladders. I saw a couple of those.
Yeah, but not like anything like years past.
But there's not like a. I mean, outside of the pork rinds, there's not really a show stopper, as it were.
No, food. I mean, yeah, food.
Like
food always sells, but you know, you think about the money on that. That's maybe not the pork rinds specifically or the soup mixes, but like the candy apple people. That's
A little decadent little treat.
It is, but one of the words I'm trying to think of is if it doesn't sell here, it's going to go bad. There's a word for it, and I used it earlier, but I can't think of it now. You know, consumables generally do well, but they also have a shelf life.
There is a shelf life.
So if they don't sell it then, it's probably bad. Well, like that one time that we bought the...
Wow, I wonder how many they'll have tomorrow, because they should be like low on everything then.
Remember the people that we bought the like little cake from or whatever, and then like we saved it till the last day, and then it was bad?
Yeah, it got fuzzy within 2 days of me buying it, and that was just... I really, really, really wanted that bread. That was like banana bread or something.
Yeah, so like, and I'm not even tempted to go over there. And it wasn't this show. I don't think it was this show, but I'm not even...
No, that was like in Memphis or something.
Yeah, but I'm not even tempted to go buy any of that because for that very reason, just because from that one show.
Yeah. I mean, pork rinds, they never go bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're always bad, but they'll never go bad.
Tempted to try some.
Oh, they're gross. I think they're gross. I mean, it's just crunchy fat.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best part.
So I had a good conversation with some of the jewelry people and some of the clothing people, and they talked about their sales are down too. And like, I know one of them, she said she's done over $8,000, but her last show here was 18. Yeah. So when you're doing 8 and your last one was 18, and they've got very high, some of these that seem to do really well, seem to have a lot of people, you have to look at their overall expenses. They've got 6 to 8 booths, spaces.
I think we've decided about 8 booths.
So I think she said that her rent was $2,400. And then you've got...
She's got employees.
Yep, she's got the clothing.
Like
most of the clothing people have to have several employees to help everybody and maintain the inventory.
The girl next door, I think, has 2 people working for her, plus herself. So there's the 3 of them.
Right. So they've got staff that they're including, their cost of goods, like the amount of not necessarily. I mean, they might still have the same markup or double or triple what they're buying it for, but how much inventory they have to have is tremendous.
So people's buying right now seems to have slowed.
Yeah. So they might make a lot more money in a show, but I bet profit-wise, we're actually not that far off.
But there's been a lot of things that I keep seeing that I want over from the one clothing people. It's like, oh, they got some cool stuff.
There are definitely things I want to buy, but since we haven't broken even yet, I can't justify spending any money other than food.
No goodies this time.
No goodies this time.
And even today, I wore the cheap hot dog for lunch because it's just
like no indulgences today. We did get stromboli last night, and we ate leftovers tonight for dinner.
That was so good.
It was really good.
That was a good find.
I'm gonna say that was delicious. I know this market is a good market.
It is a good market.
It just is not this particular market. This particular time and this particular instance, it's not good for us. And I don't think everybody has said that they're down and maybe down about 30%. And like I said, we tried to determine if we would have had that third booth, because we usually have 4. If we would have had that third one, would it have made a difference? And I don't think it would have. I think it just would have been more merchandise to bring, and our sales might have been higher because we might have had more room for a bigger variety of things. Yeah. But I think when you look in, like for us, if we look at the whole expense of the cost of the booth, the cost of goods, to make the money, what you have to pay for what you sell, and the bringing the extra merchandise, in order for us to tack on an extra booth, it probably would take another $1,000 in sales. I'm not sure we could have eked out another $1,000 in sales. Or even if we could have, why? I mean, it just would have been more work for the same amount of money.
Pardon me, it's that time again.
I don't think it would have gotten us $2,000 or $3,000 more in sales.
No, I don't. No, not at this time.
So I don't think that they're...
I think for us, cutting back on our size of booth was definitely beneficial. I didn't mind. Most of the time I stood in front of the booth smiling at people.
Yeah.
Weird for me, but
you know, try to make conversation. Anytime anybody seemed to have interest in something, you know, not try to be like latching on, but
Not
giving them
pushy,
ideas.
but just,
Yeah. But like, you know, hey, if we can get a price, we did make a deal on some silver. Somebody bought 2 of the trophy champagne pitcher like things.
my champagne.
She was a newlywed and she really wanted them, and we got them for a good price, so we gave them to her sold them to her for a good price. But we were happy to move those. You know, so we're not like marking stuff down, but we are looking at how we can make the most of every opportunity. Like if somebody picks up a candle ring and they're comparing them, you know, can we throw a candle in there and put it on a pedestal so they can actually see what it looks like?
Well, what would I do with this? Well, here you go.
Exactly. You know, give ideas if they have questions or if they, you know, if they're thinking about it. If you ever hear a conversation, then, you know, I interject if I think we have... Oh my gosh, this looks like it might be plus size boutique. Oh, fantastic. I'll have to come by here later when I have more time. I'm definitely gonna have to look. Nice clean looks. I like the maybe Asian inspired. Very cute. L&F boutique. So these are really cute. I'm looking at the prices mostly. So I'm trying to compare the cost of our art. And when I actually look at their prices, ours are very similar. So I do not think, and ours are different. Yeah, I mean, these are different. So I think that it's fair. I think the prices are fair. So I was really excited for one. Maybe excited is the wrong word, but it made me feel good. There was a woman who was there shopping with her daughter, and the mom was in the aisle, I think with the baby, and the daughter was in the booth shopping, and she's like, hey, that bunny over there, how much is it? And the daughter picked it up and she looked at it and she looked at mom. She's like, $65. And the mom nodded and says, oh, she knows what she's got. And it was a Beatrix Potter. And on Etsy, they go for like $85 to $100. So $65 is actually a reasonable price on this little bunny figurine. But it was nice to hear somebody, like, not be like, oh my God, that's ridiculous, blah, 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 blah. Just to go,
is she crazy?
You know, oh, she knows what she's got there. And be fine, like, okay, I'm not going to buy it, but yeah, that's in the ballpark, kind of. We know what it is. Yeah. And such a nice change of pace to hear that I went over and said, thank you for that. Like, normally what we hear is overpriced. People pick things up, set them down, leave the booth. You know, so it was nice to hear that.
Complain about things in the booth. Sometimes I hear that. I did have early in the morning, like a mother and daughter came by the booth, and they were there all day. And at the end of the day, on their way out, they passed by the booth, and the daughter looked over at the booth and she goes, that's one of my favorite booths. They got so many neat things in that booth. But they didn't buy anything. But they liked the booth. So it didn't look like they bought anything while they were there. I think they were just window shopping.
I think there were a lot of people.
A lot of people were, yeah.
I think there were a lot of people that were window shopping. I didn't hear anybody say we were overpriced.
No.
But there was a lot of picking it up, looking at the price and putting it down. For me, because nobody was like, oh my God. And people who did buy stuff did say that they thought our prices were good. I think people were just super budget conscious.
I think so. I think people are starting to mind their dollars. I mean, you know, eggs are $8 a freaking dozen now. People are stealing eggs. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
People are stealing eggs.
I'm not leaving that in there, but
whoever knew.
But yeah, I think people are being very budget conscious, and I think that's hurting a bit in the markets. So I was waiting to see, because some of you are asking, because we had said in our whatnot, if this went well, we would consider doing more shows this year, traveling. But the truth is we didn't do well, and I'm not willing to to pick up all of the expense for traveling. We would have been better off financially if we would have stayed home and done our whatnot shows.
You know what I find weird though, because talking with Julie, who just came from the show down in Florida,
Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
Fort Myers.
She said that was a really good show. People were shopping. And then to come here and to have this weekend, she did well, but she didn't do as well as expected. Her sales were down here when she compares her markets for this particular market. And that's just weird. So this area seems to be budget conscious and it hasn't caught on in Florida. I don't know. I don't know. People tell me, what's on your mind? What's going on?
There has been some activity that has created some concern and uncertainty in the financial markets lately. And anytime that happens, people hold on to their pennies.
Who pays attention to that stuff?
I mean, it's kind of a national phenomenon. I don't know what else. I don't have a lot of insight for today. There wasn't, the one thing I would say, and some people commented on Facebook about the change that I made in the booth yesterday, moving the jewelry, moving the small dress or the small side table over with the bust on it, and changing the center focal a bit, getting the greenery off the ground.
That's another thing. We have two side tables.
Is that, what's the other one?
Isn't it? Or is that the same one?
That's the one.
Oh, okay.
People commented about that is the important thing that I guess I would like to comment about that is that it did improve sales both yesterday and today after that. I do think. I think if you pay attention to the movements and the actions of your customers, what they're picking up, what they're looking at, how their traffic patterns are in the booth. And there are absolutely, you'll hear people with booths say, oh, anytime I put something here, it sells.
Oh, there's always that magic spot.
There's always that magic spot.
It really is.
And pay attention to that. Figure out what items you really want to sell and move them forward, move them up, move them to those magic areas, because it'll make a difference for you. It's one of the reasons somebody had made a comment, and I'm listening to what they say, and I've been thinking about it all day, Sue, and I have a couple conversations about it. And she made a comment that she thought that we had too much focus on greenery in our booth and not enough variety of other things.
We have a variety of other things.
And I hear what she's saying, and I'm listening to it, and I'm paying attention to it. But I'm also going to say that for us and the way we manage our booth, we anticipate greenery being 70 to 80% of our sales, and it takes up about 50% of our booth.
And I was very pleased that we had quite the variety this market.
So if greenery is not prominent for us, we will not make enough money.
It's true.
And that's our best profit margin as well. So it's what we need to sell the most of, and it's what we do sell the most of.
It is.
And the vintage items are very nice, but they're harder to sell, which is why even though they make up 20% of our sales in the booth, they take up 50% of the booth.
I mean, could we have added more candlesticks or things to put the greenery on? Maybe,
but we have enough. I mean, we have enough there. We don't maybe have a lot of teapots and things like that, but that's because we've sold them already.
Yeah, we did.
We have to balance things with, our whatnot shows that we do on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and having a booth, which is getting ready to expand dramatically here in the next couple weeks, because we're getting that big booth at Linen. We're very excited about that.
Videos to come.
And then the markets, right? So we have to always pick and choose what things go where, and we try to look at what sells the best at each location.
Who are the clients for each location?
What do we want to pack? Like, we don't like packing a ton of glass for market.
Although we haven't really had too much break when we pack
but
glass.
it's just kind of a pain. You know, so we're always looking at that. I'd rather have glass at the booth.
But yeah,
Although we sell the most on Whatnot.
that's true too.
So, you know,
Whatnot people appreciate pretty glass.
that's and I will say also, we've had a lot of people that follow us on YouTube that are making requests for things they see at market. So, you know, we actually have talked about how we're packing up tomorrow and sorting things so that they'll be the easiest, most logical way for us to then sell them when we get home.
Mark our boxes and
You know, we're fortunate that the way we run our business, there are multiple income streams, and the items that we have will sell. Most of the canvases already have requests for buyers. I was just hoping we would be making more, not selling these specific ones off the walls, because I was hoping they'd sell here.
I was hoping so too. Tomorrow's another day.
Tomorrow's another day. Never know what's going to happen.
And tomorrow being a Sunday, I feel like Sundays always get a more relaxed crowd, more generous crowd. So
Generous.
I don't know. You don't think they're generous?
Oh,
Think they're cheapskates?
they're the ones looking for this. They come in the last day because they're hoping things are marked down.
That's probably true.
That's why they're coming on the last day.
I just always get along with people on Sundays. I don't know why.
I mean, I get along with people on every one of the days, but Sundays are usually the days people are looking for deals, and it's the day that if you're going to sell furniture, it's going to be on that day because that's when they think they're going to get the best deal.
Take it. Go.
Because, you know, we don't want to stick it back in the trailer. Although I have zero desire to make any deals on the two antique pieces. The side table I'd make a deal on, the antique pieces, absolutely not. It's funny, it's the first time we've paid to have people help us
It's gonna be so easy
pack
to
up,
pack.
and it's going to be so easy.
So easy to pack. I don't have to lift it. I just have to. I just have them dolly it to the truck, and I'll put it in place on the truck so I know it's in the right spot.
Right. I mean, anyway. All right. I don't have anything else to say. You have anything else to say?
I don't think so. Tomorrow's another day. Things could change, but it won't change enough.
Yeah. I mean, something miraculous could happen, but it doesn't seem likely.
Our two Sam singers are coming back, and I enjoyed them both. So I look forward to the music.
Yep. Music has been great.
It'll probably be slow enough that we each get to wander around and look at things.
Yeah.
Because I did not know there were soup people there.
I don't know how you didn't know that. Yeah.
I did not know. I don't smell it.
Well, they're not cooking it. They're just in packets.
Oh.
And it's the two gay guys, like, right?
Is it really?
Yeah.
The ones that play the really good music whenever they get a chance?
Yeah.
Oh, I like those guys.
They're like right there.
Okay. I didn't know that's what they did.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned.
Mm-hmm.
They got good music. I would like them to play the music and not all the crazy hard rock mix that the other people are playing.
Yeah, but not during market, just during setup. And,
Yeah, it's during setup.
And after hours, yeah.
It's, you know, they've got the blues. I've got the old stuff.
The other one's got like Guns N' Roses. Bleh.
Well, Guns N' Roses mixed with like whatever country is out now, and it's a bizarre mix.
We know country music really well now. Not all of it, but certain songs really well.
Well, I've always known the old country. Now I'm learning the new country. So
I had to send the lyrics to, what was it? Beautiful Crazy to my husband, because he always says that I'm crazy, but I'm his crazy. So
there you go.
He's like, you're crazy, but you're my crazy. So I had to send the lyrics to that because we just heard it like 85 times. And I said, this one makes me think of you.
So if you haven't been out to the market, we're open until 3 tomorrow.
Yep.
Drive on out to Mobile.
Yep.
From wherever you're at. Come on.
There'll probably be people making lots of good deals.
The weather's been good.
And you don't have to worry about like, oh, if you didn't get here the first day, you didn't get to see anything good. There's still a lot of good stuff in the booths because there were not a lot of buyers.
There's a lot of good vendors out there. A lot of good vendors out there could use some customers. Come on out.
Sure could. Support small businesses
stuff, man.
as you can.
But otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Spread some love.
Bye.
Bye.